What is the value of the expression? So we need to evaluate this expression right here. To help us, we will use the order of operations. First parentheses, second exponents, and with exponents, we are going to group in the radical of the square root and the cubed root. Then we can multiply and divide from left to right, and add and subtract from left to right. Looking at our expression, we do not have any parentheses, but we do have a couple of different things that fall in the E category of exponents and square roots or cubed roots. We have a square root with some stuff we have to do inside of it, and we also have an exponent here. So I'm going to focus on the square root first. We're going to evaluate that completely, then we will focus our attention to the exponent over here, and then at the end we will multiply the two numbers together. So let's start here. Starting with this portion of the expression, you work from the inside out anytime you have multiple operations to do. Within the radical, we have an exponent and subtraction. So the first thing that we need to do is evaluate this exponent here. 3 to the 4th power is 81, and then we bring down everything else. Do not forget to keep the radical on the expression until you actually find the square root. Next, we need to subtract. 81 minus 17 is 64. Now our final step is to find the square root of 64. The square root of 64 is 8. Once you find the square root, you no longer need the radical. You only need the radical all the way down until you hit that button in your calculator. Once you hit that button in your calculator and you find the square root, your answer is the answer that you see, so the 8. Now let's focus our attention on 2 to the negative 7th. 2 to the negative 7th has a negative exponent. To get rid of the negative, we need to find the reciprocal and follow the negative rule for exponents. We can rewrite this as 1 over 2 to the 7th power, positive exponents now. Now we need to evaluate 2 to the 7th power. 2 to the 7th power is 128. Our last step is to multiply 8 times 1 over 128. We end up with 8 over 128. However, that is not one of our options. That means we need to simplify this fraction. Both 8 and 128 can be divided by 8, so our answer is 1/16 in its simplest form. That means our answer is C.